last very long. You'll just startle it.
Hello once again, players of good video games. My name is Pell, and this is my review of The Last of Us Remastered for the PS4. Now, if you were subscribed to me a year ago, you may have seen my Last of Us review for the PS3, which went up around this time. And I did that review, but it was before I had the game footage capture device that I have, and so now I'm reviewing The Last of Us Remastered with game footage, and so here's that. So The Last of Us Remastered basically takes everything that The Last of Us on PS3 had, combines it into one 50 gigabyte download, and lets you play it. The main story is completely the same. It has Joel and Ellie going to find the fireflies, and so nothing is really different about that. The graphics are somewhat noticeably upgraded. Obviously they are nicer, they look really nice. They are mainly noticeable in the CGI cutscenes. That's where I really started to see this is what the PS4 looks like compared to the PS3. So the main game, honestly, I couldn't really tell that much how different it looked, if it did whatsoever. That being said, there are still graphical hiccups every so often. There are points where the background will just kind of pop up randomly. This is all mainly towards the beginning of the game that I noticed it. And then there are parts where there's just characters that don't work. There's also a point where an item did not appear, which I needed to use, so that was kind of frustrating. So I had to restart the checkpoint. But for the most part, the game runs very, very smoothly. It runs really nicely. I had an amazingly fun time playing through the game again. Remastered also includes the story DLC Left Behind. I also reviewed this with game footage back in February when it came out. So it was kind of fun going back through this, seeing updated graphics and yada yada, and just being able to relive Ellie's backstory and kind of the middle story between fall and winter once again, and it worked really nicely. There are collectibles in this game, from firefly dog tags to notes that people left behind to voice recorders to comic books to just a bunch of different things that you are supposed to find in this game, and it does that really, really well. You want to find these things because it gives some backstory to the people that were in these areas that you're exploring, and it kind of gives just a neat little idea of what the world was like when the outbreak was happening, and then even in the first few years of it. So the multiplayer is something that I actually just started diving into. I didn't touch it with the PS3 version just because I'm not generally a multiplayer person. I wanted to try it for this review, so I did a match, and it's actually somewhat fun. There's actually a lot of strategy that goes into it, and it really does feel like the main game, which is something most multiplayers fail horribly at doing. So in that respect, I really liked it. It felt really balanced. It did not seem like any players had a major advantage over the newer players, and so that was really nice. As a whole, this HD version of The Last of Us is really, really nice. It makes sense why Sony wanted to put it on the PS4. We saw the top of the line, everything that the PS3 could do with the PS3 version of The Last of Us, and now we're seeing just the beginning essences of what the PS4 is capable of with Remastered. And so if this is what we are starting with, I am very excited to see what we are getting from the PS4, and for that matter the Xbox One, in like 5-10 years. That is my review in a nutshell. Now, in the question of would I recommend getting this, if you have played The Last of Us on PS3, it kind of depends on how much you enjoyed it. I, for one, really enjoyed The Last of Us on PS3, but I only played through it once, and I was one and done, and then I played the Left Behind DLC, was one and done with that. I saw no real reason to go back and play it. With this, I'm actually feeling really tempted to go back and go through it, go on the New Game Plus stuff, get everything. Mainly, maybe it's because this is the only other PS4 game that I have besides Infamous Second Son, but I really want to keep playing this, and if a game can make me want to keep going through this 15 to 20 hour story over and over and over and keep enjoying it every time, there's something to be said about that. Maybe the only other flaw in this game is the fact that the summer section of the game, the main game, is so much longer than the other three that it kind of feels really unbalanced in that respect, because you spend like 6 hours just in summer, and then maybe 2 to 3 in all the other ones. And so that was maybe one thing which kind of bugged me, is just how quickly the game seems to go after you get through the summer section. Besides that, I definitely recommend checking this out if you enjoy The Last of Us on PS3. If you have a PS4, it's kind of just a matter of what you want to do. If you want to re-experience it with all these great graphics and re-experience the fun of this game, definitely give it a go. So, that's my review. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. Let me know what you thought of The Last of Us Remastered down in the comments down below. Did you like it more than I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. And as always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on gaming.
Okay, I know it doesn't look like it, but this here is not a bad read. Only one problem. Right there. To be continued. I hate cliffhangers.
Where did you get that?
Back at Bill's. I mean, all this stuff was just lying there.
What else did you get?
Well... Here. This make you all nostalgic?
You know, that is actually before my time. That is a winner, though.
Well, better than nothing. Oh. I'm sure your friend will be missing this tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's light on the reading, but it's got some interesting photos.
Now, Ellie, that ain't for kids.
Whoa! How the hell would he even walk around with that thing?
Get rid of that.
Look, hold your horses. I want to see what all the fuss is about. Oh. Why are these all stuck together? I'm just fucking with you. Bye-bye, dude. You know what? This isn't that bad.
Why don't you try to get some sleep? All right.
I'm not even tired.